Hello guys and welcome back to my channel Firewall again. Today we are going to learn about checkpoint VPNs or in general of VPN deployments. VPN deployments. A VPN uses the internet as its network backbone, allowing the establishment of secure communication links amongst companies, offices, business partners, and so on. VPNs are replacing more expensive lease lines, frame relays, circuits, and other form of dedicated connections. In VPN world, we have two important terms. Number one, site-to-site VPN, site-to-site VPN, and remote access VPNs. Let's start with, or let's begin with site to site VPNs. Consider you have a main office. For example, you have a main office which having some systems with it. One, two, three. This is your main office where you work. For example, there is a internet in between world between your main office and the rest of the world. So there is this interconnectivity, and then something you have as a branch office, and here also you have different systems. So how you connect securely between your main office to branch office? Consider your branch office is something located in some other countries or some other cities. Consider this main office is in USA and your branch office is in UK for now. How you can connect between your main office to the branch office? So with security, so important solution what we have is your VPNs. And as we are connecting two different sites, so I'm calling it as site 1 and this is site 2. So this is called site to site VPN connections. And how are you going to connect? Obviously, you need to have some sort of countermeasures in between to have those connectivities. So you have your firewalls here. So this firewall may be a checkpoint firewall or some other vendors like Palo Alto's and rest of the vendors. But there should be some sort of countermeasure who protects or who have the functionality to have this connection to be created. Likewise, your branch office also need to have a firewall or some sort of countermeasures or a VPN device, to have this communication or connection to be in place securely. So this gateways is connected to this firewall. This firewall will create a tunnel. I'm showing it as a tunnel to reach to the other firewall and to this world. So a site-to-site VPN are built to handle secure communication between a company internal department and branch offices. A site-to-site VPN design requirements includes strong data encryption to protect confidential information, reliability, reliability for mission-critical systems such as database management, scalability to accommodate growth and change. So this is a basic overview of site-to-site VPN. I hope this is clear. Now let's talk about the another part of the VPN, what we have, which is remote access VPN. So remote, give me a minute. Remote access VPN. In remote access VPNs, you also need to have a gateway in place. But when we use remote access VPNs, so basically remote access VPNs is the solution when not entire site is trying to connect to the entire site of your other offices. Then some PCs from your main office or a branch office, they are trying to connect the entire site. So consider this is your main office, okay, and here you have some say web server. So this is the web server what we have, uh, and this is the some another web server for some another applications like that. And if these servers need to be accessible by individual users or mobile users, so these three PCs are the individual users. Okay, one, two, three. Okay, one, two, three, and they want to access this main office web servers. They will access it with the solution which we call remote access VPN. So here you can say this is a site, one site, so site A, but this is not the site, these are the individual PCs. Okay, obviously here this is not a site, so you don't have to have the uh, countermeasures or VPN device here, but you need to have the countermeasures, firewalls, VPN devices at the main office. So when these users are trying to connect to this web server, they will establish a communication with your firewalls. And firewall will give you access or grant access to this web server as per their request. And obviously this request will come from via your internet, right? So basically remote access VPNs are built to handle secure communication between a corporate network and remote employees or mobile employees. A remote access VPN design requirement includes strong authentication to verify remote and mobile users, centralized management, scalability to accommodate user groups, right? So I hope you have a good clarity what is VPN, site-to-site VPN, and a remote access VPNs. Now let's understand VPN implementation. Few important terminology for VPN implementation. Right. A complete VPN implementation supports site-to-site and remote access VPNs. This allows company worldwide access to network resources, links, mobile workers to corporate intranets, allows customer to place order and enables suppliers to check inventory levels in high secure and cost-effective manners. The complete VPN must include the three critical VPN components. So, number one, your endpoints. Let's understand VPN implementation, and here now we are going to understand VPN components, and the number one component we're going to discuss is endpoints. So endpoints like gateways, cluster of the gateways, or a remote client software for mobile users which negotiate the VPN links. So endpoints, usually these are the two endpoints. This is your cloud. So this may be the gateway, okay, or some sort of client software which giving you the functionality for the like the endpoints or the firewalls. So those are the endpoints. This is the number one and important components. The second component is trust entities. So for example, the checkpoint ICA, okay, is one of the examples. So the ICA is a part of the checkpoint suite used to establish a trust for SIG connection between the gateways and authenticating administrators and third-party servers. The ICA provides certificate for internal gateway and remote access client, which negotiate the VPN links. And the third one is your management tool. Management tools. So SMS and the smart dashboards. The smart dashboard, is the smart console component used to uh, access the SMS. The VPN Manager is a part of the Smart Dashboard. Smart Dashboard enable organization to define and deploy site-to-site and remote VPN connections. So in any VPN world, these three components are very useful. In a checkpoint terms, I have given you these examples, but in other also, vendors, they should have this thing in place, for the betterment. So now let's understand VPN setup. Configuring a VPN can be complicated task for security administrator. Checkpoint management tools provide a simplified VPN setup mode, simplifying the VPN configuration process and making setup straightforward and simple. So understanding VPN deployments like Checkpoint VPN management model enable administrator to directly define a VPN on a group of gateways. Each gateway in a group and all or part of its protected domain contribute to a VPN site. We'll be looking into all these things one by one. So the structure of the VPN is like it has a VPN communities. The VPN community is automatically translated into the encrypted connection amongst its members, relieving the administrator of the task of designing and defining the encryption rules. Just by defining the VPN communities, the administrator has completed the VPN configurations with using the communities. We'll be looking all this in a bit. Right now, let's understand what is VPN communities. VPN communities. So creating a VPN tunnel between the gateways is made easier through the configuration of the VPN communities. To understand VPN communities, a number of terms is important to understand. Number one is your VPN community member. So the gateway that reside at one end of the VPN tunnels, we call it VPN community members. So two gateways at each side. These are the gateways, for example. This is a cloud. So gateway 1, gateway 2. Those are the VPN community members. There's something called VPN domain. You should know this terminology. That's why I'm explaining, because when you talk about the checkpoint world, you should know when we call it VPN domain, when we call it encryption domain and all. So these are the terms are very useful. So the VPN domain, the host behind the gateway. For example, whatever here we have, PC1, PC2, likewise here PC1, PC2 behind this gateway is nothing but your VPN domain, as simple as that. The VPN domain can be the whole network that lies behind the gateways or just a section of that network. For example, a gateway might protect the corporate LAN and the DMZ. Only the corporate LAN need to be defined as the VPN domains, right? The number three, VPN sites. So community member plus VPN domain, or typically VPN site would be the branch office or any sort of remote offices, you can call it a VPN site. Or see, as I explained, the main offices and the branch offices both togetherly we call it as a VPN site, right? Now let's continue on this discussion only. Next important term here is VPN community. VPN community. So the collection of the VPN tunnels, secure connections, and their attributes together, we call it as a VPN community. All things which comes under the VPN tunnel, we call it as a VPN community. Then, very important terms I'm going to explain now. Number one, this question generally we get during the checkpoint firewall interview for sure. What is domain based VPN? And the second thing is, what is route based VPN? So let's start with the domain based VPN. So routing VPN traffic based on the VPN domains. So as I said, this is your gateway 1, this is your gateway 2, and here is some sort of PCs you have. Here you have PCs. So routing between the traffic between these two domains behind each gateway in the community is something we do on domain-based VPN. So in the star community, this allows satellite gateway to communicate with each other through the center gateways. So in VPNs, we have the topologies like StarTopology and the mesh topology. So in StarTopology, we have one central gateway and there's satellite gateways are attached to this, and all these gateways, which are the satellite gateway, those communicate via central gateway to outside world, right? So traffic routing VPN traffic based on the VPN domains behind each gateway in the community. In a star topology, this star community, this allows satellite gateway to communicate with each other through the central gateways. This is what you have as in a domain-based VPN. Now let's understand route-based VPN. So route-based VPN, the traffic routed within the VPN community based on the routing information, static or dynamic. So using your routing protocols and routing details, you will do the routing between these uh, uh, different, say, domains, right? So using your routing techniques, the traffic will exchange, right? So the route-based VPN traffic routed within the VPN community based on the routing information, static or dynamic, configured on the operating system of the gateways, right? The method used for encryption and ensuring data integrity determine the type of tunnel created between the gateways. SMS can manage multiple VPN communities, which means communities can be created and organized according to specific needs, right? I hope you have the clarity on what is domain-based VPN and route-based VPNs. And now we are going to discuss the last part of the VPN terminologies, which is VPN topologies. So the most basic topology consists of two gateways capable of creating a VPN tunnel between them. Smart management servers supports of more complex topology enable VPN communities to be created according to the particular need of the organization. But basic two topologies which we generally use, number one is your mesh topology, and number two is your star topology. Let's understand what is mesh topology. So it's very simple. You have a multiple gateways. Gateway 1, gateway 2, gateway 3, gateway 4, gateway 5, for example, and gateway 6. In mesh topologies, these are all VPN gateway, by the way. In mesh topology, each gateway is connected to each one, like that. Right? This is also connected here, right? If I'm missing anything, just consider each and every gateway is connected to each and every gateway. So a mesh VPN community is a VPN community in which a VPN site can create a VPN tunnel with any other VPN site in the community. Is as simple as that. And there is star topology. So instead of mesh, now there is a star topology. So in star topology, I already explained you a bit, but just understand more. So say consider this is your one orbit, and you have two gateway here, gateway 1, gateway 2. They are connected to each other, and there are some other gateways, you know, which is lying around these two central gateways. For example, like that. What you see is form a star structure, right? These all are the VPN gateways. So this is your central gateway, central gateways, and these all are your satellite gateways, right? So a star VPN community is a VPN community consisting of a central gateways like a hub and the satellite gateways like a spoke. The satellite gateway can create a tunnel only with the other side whose gateway are defined as a centrals. So these satellite gateways want to create a communication with this gateway. So this is only done via the central gateway. There is no chance you can directly communicate here, unlike like a mesh. But here you don't have this facility, right? You're only able to do the communication via this central gateway, right? So a satellite gateway cannot create a VPN tunnel with a gateway that is also defined as a satellite. So if this gateway is defined as a satellite and this gateway is also defined as satellite, so the clause is it should be connected to this. If this is defined as a central, then it can communicate, but otherwise it has to go with this. So satellite gateway cannot create a VPN tunnel with a gateway that is also defined as a satellite gateway. Central gateway can create a VPN tunnels with the other central gateways only if the mesh central gateway option has been selected in the central gateway window of a SAR community. So two these two central gateway, gateway 1 and gateway 2, between them it has to be mesh topology, right? Then only they are able to communicate to each other, although they are central gateway, right? Communication between these two need to be done, but between them it should be mesh topology, right? So this is what we have a terminology in a basics in a VPNs of checkpoint firewall. I hope you found this video informative, and if you found that, please subscribe my channel, like this video, and share as much as you can. Thanks for watching this video, and have a wonderful day.